Hi there and welcome to the channel. I hope you're doing well. So I was recently asked by someone about my opinions on Brendan Kavanagh, this chap here on the screen. And I did a live stream recently about Stephen Ridley, and the comment came up about Brendan Kavanagh because obviously he is a piano player. I'm a piano player, a musician, so it makes sense that people would like to know my opinions on Brendan. Now, I am familiar with him. I know what he does. I know the kind of style of music he plays. But there are a few questions that we need to answer regarding him, and the most obvious one is the kind of the trouble that he's got into recently, and it's not the first time either. So this video isn't a political video. I'm not going to make any comments on the exact reasons why he's been arrested or got into trouble, but I am quite interested to find out why, I suppose, why he's been targeted so much, because he has been targeted quite a lot by different organisations, particularly the police. So let's kind of get to the beginning of things in terms of what he does. So Brendan goes quite often to public pianos that you can find usually in train stations, you know, the big London stations, and he'll go and he'll sit and play a lot of Boogie Woogie. Now, Boogie Woogie is the kind of style that he plays and that he's synonymous with. I haven't really heard him play anything other than Boogie Woogie, so I couldn't really comment too much on his, technical skills, but he knows how to Boogie Woogie. For me, I'm not into that style of music. I never have been really, but credit where credit's due. I'll appreciate anyone who can play the piano well, unlike Stephen Ridley, who likes to smash the piano to pieces. Although Brendan, obviously he's playing vigorously, let's say, but he's able to play it well, and he does a good job on the piano. But he's had a lot of slack and issues once he's been on these pianos. A lot of people trying to get him off, security giving him a hard time, hassling him, making too much noise, or can you stop playing that? And whilst I appreciate that maybe for some people it can be an annoyance and a nuisance to have someone playing the piano really loud, I think unfortunately once you're in a public place you don't really get much of a say. Now, it'd be different if it was in your back garden or something like that, but when you're in a public place you can't really go around and complain. If you don't like it, you have to leave that public place and go somewhere else. But he seems to get a lot of hassle from people, and he's recorded a lot of this on his YouTube channel and showcased it. He had problems with the, I can't remember what they're called now, the Chinese political party or something like that, which led to a whole big YouTube sort of furore where he got challenged, and it got very kind of hostile and heated. And I think he was in the right, but he was treated very unfairly by the police. And I think since that point, he's become a little bit of a target. And I think police are, for whatever reason, gunning for him. And it's really strange because he's just a guy who plays Boogie Woogie on the piano. Yes, he has his political views, but his channel is certainly nothing to do with that. I've not heard his channel pushing any particular agendas. He's just playing Boogie Woogie. But he's got into trouble again. He got arrested very recently. And this video here is him talking about how he wants to sue the police because he was arrested for expressing a concern about a certain person in a position of power who shouldn't have been in that position of power, and who broke a lot of trust. That's as far as I'm going to go in that. You can obviously look into it yourself. But he felt that he had a duty, a safeguarding duty to report this, and he was squashed and silenced, and consequently he was arrested in front of his family, his children, and yeah, it's very, very strange how this one person seems to be getting into all of this trouble with the police, yet he doesn't seem to be doing anything, to my mind, that it's wrong. So I'm not sure what's kind of happening there, whether people are concerned about his influence because he has a large YouTube channel. But I know many YouTubers who've got massive big channels who don't get arrested and harassed and all of this. So I don't know why they're kind of targeting him so much. But the original question was, what do I think of him? Well, I've got no issue with him really. His style of music isn't for me. But that's just me. I'm not into Boogie Woogie, but I can appreciate that he's a good pianist. He's trying to bring music to people. You know, he's trying to bring some joy and happiness into people's lives. I see no harm in that. I just think it's a bit of a shame because he's kind of getting embroiled in a lot of these kind of political issues. Yeah, it's a shame. It kind of detracts, doesn't it, from his intention of just trying to bring music to people. But sometimes this happens. Sometimes people get targeted, and he does seem to be the one. So let me know in the comments what you think of Brendan. What do you think about his latest arrest? And what do you think will happen next? So it'd be good to get your thoughts, but that's my thought. There's Brendan. Hi, Brendan. And I'll see you all in my next video. Take care.